Hello, and welcome back to Pokemon Emerald. In the last episode, we were able to awaken Rayquaza, who came here and resolved the conflict between Kyogre and Groudon, saved the world from being destroyed by the fallout from their battle. Archie and Maxie disappeared off to somewhere unknown, as these villainous team bosses tend to do once defeated. And the pathway to the 8th gym has opened up. So in today's episode, we are going to spend a little bit of time grinding and preparing, catching some stray Pokemon, and otherwise getting ready for the path ahead in this adventure. Now let's see where we want to go. I want to check out Moss Deep. Okay, nothing at Steven's house. Things seem okay here. Now there is Route 133, which goes from Civilog back around to Slateport. I suppose exploring that route will be a good place to start. Even though I'm pretty sure there's nothing in particular noteworthy about the route, except that it is full of these currents, so knowing knowing where to enter the current is going to matter. I think here might be a good spot. Trying to remember, I don't recall anything special being on this route, so I'll encounter a few battles. I think that's pretty much it. Now, I was thinking about Bagon. I might not be able to capture Bagon until after the gym when I get the Waterfall team. So if that's the case, then Bagon won't be on my list here. Wailord. If I can get 4 more levels, well, 5 more currently, but just once it reaches level 36, 4 more levels, then it will evolve into Wailord. Then I will be ready. Actually, maybe this... I'm trying to think, should this playthrough... should I do the same thing I did with Crystal? I used to catch colds all the time as a kid, but I became totally fit after I started swimming. Swimmer Gilbert would like to battle. So I was thinking, if I can, should I do what I did in Crystal and capture the 3 legendary Pokemon before finishing the main story? Because if I'm not mistaken, I might be able to unlock the pathway to encounter the Reiji trio before actually taking on the 8th gym. So if that's the case, I might as well go ahead and try to capture them. I think I will do that. I crave more power. Trainers travel the fields and mountains. They must be fit too. Okay, there's an island with probably a TM or item on it. Would I be concerned? I don't think so. I try not to swim where the currents are too strong. That's wise. Dana. Oh, that's not going to do much damage. Oh, please, no. If I get swept away, I'll lose all my sense of place. So, where are we going then? Welcome, I've been expecting you. Really? Linda. I don't want to heal up Wilmer. So I guess I'll just be happy with switching it out. Alright. Cedra. No, please. Strong child trainer. That's so annoying. So what you were waiting for was a weak child trainer? Okay, can't access the other side from here. Yep. What do we have here? Nothing in particular, it seems. Let this start looking for a fun match. Will you join us? Wow. Kinda feel like a love disc can't do enough damage to knock out Wailord here in one hit. There, that weakened that. Oh, wait, takedown. Nice. Oh, even with that, nope. That was a good effort, though. The takedown almost did the trick. And now anything can knock out Wailord, so... nice and easy. The good thing I'm not playing by Nuzlocke rules. And speaking of Nuzlocks, there has been quite a bit of drama recently around them. And this concept that the Pokemon Company somehow forbids players from doing the Nuzlocke runs. It resulted in what I believe is a bit of miscommunication between them and the then members of the Nintendo marketing team, Kit and Krista. There's a collector who's after the scales of Love Disc. The long story short is that due to some miscommunication, Kit and Krista got the mandate from the Pokemon Company that Nuzlocks are something that they consider to be on the level of cheating, cheating using hack games or ROM hacks. Even those Pokemon that can't swim are carried along by the rapid currents. Swimmer Jack. So when Kit and Krista got that information, they got it some time ago, probably. Most likely years and years before they left Nintendo, but they were asked a question in a recent episode of their podcast, and they answered with what they had heard from the Pokemon Company at that time. And people ran to Twitter to be angry at the fact that Pokemon Company somehow doesn't approve of ROMs. As this happened, Cerebi Joe of Cerebi.net went to his contacts at the Pokemon Company and they told him that they are perfectly fine with players playing using Nuzlocke rules if they want to. Of course, when he tried to express this to the public, he got a lot of backlash. People calling him a shill and a liar and such. Very distasteful behavior. And so as that fire kind of burned for a little bit, then the Pokemon Company went to, well actually Eurogamer approached the Pokemon Company and asked that same question and got the same answer. That the company does not disapprove of players playing using Nuzlocke rules. But you know, people on Twitter are so in a hurry to be angry about something, especially within the Pokemon community, because they've just gotten into that habit now. After the whole controversy, the swarm of controversy surrounding the pre-release of Sword and Shield, there are people out there that just kind of want to live in that anger, so they're looking for anything they possibly can to be angry about Pokemon before the next game's release. And this fit the bill for that small amount of time. I think it's mostly blown over by now, with so many statements coming out officially from official sources and channels saying that that is not the stance of the company. It's clear that Kit and Crystal were not lying. They talked to one person at one time, years ago, and they had a particular answer then, and the company has probably changed its stance, if it ever had an official stance, since then. And Nuzlocks are perfectly fine. I did a little video explaining what I think probably most likely happened, and I put that up on the channel. I think Pokemon enjoy the fast-running currents around these parts. But yeah, that was an interesting event that sort of unfolded over the past few days. Shelby, try to be active like you. I'll try. I think we are close to... Yep, there we go. Slateport. Let's hit up the Pokemon Center and get some rest. And decide what our next action will be. I'll have to probably look up a guide and confirm whether Bagon is catchable at this stage, or if I need the gym badge. So who else? Yes, I wanted to check out Mount Pyre, even though I'm pretty sure nothing happened. Mount Pyre is between Fort Tree . No, wait, it's not Fort Tree, and that's where we catch Feebas. It's in here. Yes, there's Mount Pyre. Can't fly there, but and something I should be doing while I'm out here exploring, of course, is checking the match call. Yeah, I don't think anyone on this route is active, so that's good. Quick swing by Mount Pyre and see what's going on over there. As I said, I don't think there'll be any special text that tells us that Archie and Maxie came back and returned the orbs. Or maybe there will be. It's been a while. Okay. And we're off to Mount High. As I said, one of the better Pokemon funerary monument / graveyard areas. Mountain with a graveyard built inside of it and throughout it. It's a wild concept. One thing that I never quite was able to confirm while I was here, but I think, pretty sure I know it, is whether Duskull appears here. I don't think it does. At least not in Emerald / Sapphire. Okay. You get to the top, was it? Go outside and climb. Yes. Oh, yep. Absolutely. TC. It is my role to pass on the legends of hoenn to future generations. In the crisis that just ended in Sootopolis, we wrote a legend. If you time to hear the new legend of hoenn, yes I do. It happened long, long ago. The world was wrecked by a ferocious clash between the Pokemon of the land and the Pokemon of the sea. The Pokemon of the land raised mountains and created continents. The Pokemon of the sea raised huge waves and carved out oceans. Their fierce duel raged without end. The world was engulfed in massive fires and vicious storms. It was then that the Pokemon of the sky descended from a storm. The Pokemon shining a vivid green becalmed the two enraged Pokemon. Then its duty done, the green Pokemon flew off into the wide blue yonder. The two men who took the orbs came back to return them on their own. Those men, perhaps they are not so evil after all. The embodiments of the land, the sea, and the sky. That is said to be the true identities of the super ancient Pokemon. In the same way that we humans and Pokemon have life, our world too is alive. The super ancient Pokemon have taught us that. We did the right thing and returned the orbs. Okay, I guess we can go back inside the tower and grind a little bit more experience, push Wailord up another level. think inside the cave has better experience fields than outside. $374. Or I could run all the way back to Sky Pillar and try to grind on those gold bats. I should probably try putting Trapinch out there. Yep, I'll have to look up a guide for locating the pathway to the cave where I can unlock the Regies with the Regi puzzle. I think I've encountered at least 2 of the locations where the Regies will appear. Might have encountered all 3 of them. And I have to think about if my team is strong enough, because the Regies are actually pretty darn tough to fight. So just being at level 40 might not be enough to successfully capture them. I have to push a little bit beyond. It would be great if Teresa had Spore, but I don't think Teresa will learn Spore until like level 50. And that is... level 50 is going Elite 4 / post-game level. That is a little bit of a ways away. But I might be able to cheese it. I have to make it an assessment first. And see how strong my team is compared to the Regies at their current level. And then from there I'll make a decision about how I want to go about capturing them. What a long stretch without an encounter. Okay. Other thing I have to think about is Feebass. And for Feebas, I'm going to need lots of blue Pokeblock. I want to max out or drive its beauty stat as high as possible to get it to evolve. I think it has to be max. Either max or really far pushed out near max, which requires lots of high quality blue Pokeblock. Can I make high quality blue Pokeblock with the AI players they provide? I think so. So I'll have to look into that. That's the kind of great thing about this generation, is that they did introduce lots of some unique ways to evolve Pokemon. I'm always a fan of Pokemon that have unique aspects to them, like unique ways to evolve, unique ways to encounter them. It makes the adventure feel a whole lot more real and grounded, and it makes catching and encountering Pokemon a lot more interesting. It's not all just running around in the grass and waiting for them to spawn. But you do, for some Pokemon, have to go out. You have to go on adventures to seek them out. And not just legendary Pokemon. And some players find those aspects of raising and catching Pokemon to be annoying. But I feel they are an integral part of the Pokemon experience. It's part of what makes Pokemon so fun and enduring compared to other similar monster catching games. That could be an idea for something I could do a little bit of a discussion on, even though I have a wealth of experience with Pokemon, and I have a bit of experience with other monster catching genre games. Not a whole lot. I don't think I've ever played any of the Digimon or Monster Rancher games. I did watch the Digimon anime up to a point. So maybe I need to do some more research on that. Also, Shin Megami Tensei, I played that. Dragon Quest Monsters, I played a little bit of that. Never got to play Metabots, even though I wanted to play those games. And come to think of it, I guess Metabots kind of straddles the line between a monster catching genre and something more of a mech building, mech kind of game. Yeah, I'd probably like to do a little bit more research, but knowing Pokemon so well, I can definitely speak on to what it is about Pokemon that kind of stands out and is so enduring and somewhat timeless that Pokemon has survived all this time and remains a staple, and probably will for the foreseeable future at least. I would say that Pokemon has definitely breached into that stratosphere where you have iconic games like Mario and Sonic and Zelda. I want to say some things like Crash and Spyro are on the fringes of that iconic level, but not quite there. Even something like Banjo-Kazooie, I would say, is on the fringes. Very close, but not quite there because a lot of those games have what they have going for them is nostalgia. They haven't quite reached the level of getting like modern successes that reignite and reinvigorate their franchises. Like the Banjo-Kazooie franchise is entirely dead outside of cameo appearances and re-releases of the original games. Because once Microsoft took over Rareware, a lot of the Rareware people left, and Microsoft did not know how to handle Banjo and Kazooie. They tried to modernize them, and that totally didn't work out. It created Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, that disaster for the franchise that ended up killing it. Crash Bandicoot and Spyro just kind of fell off into irrelevance for the most part. Spyro kind of got into that whole spin-off syndrome where he was relegated to cameo appearances in games like Skylanders. And Crash was just out of the picture entirely until recently with the... So Crash is coming back into the scene. I think... Was the latest Crash Bandicoot game released this year or last year? Or is it coming next year? Either way, I know the Crash series is kind of back, and so if Crash can kind of find success in these latest modern releases, I'd say that moves Crash up the run to where it can be considered a gaming icon on that level. And there are things that were iconic at their time and also fell off the mountain, things like Mega Man and Bomberman, particularly Mega Man. Capcom's mistreatment of the Mega Man franchise has been criminal. I think everyone agrees with that. It doesn't look like it's going to end anytime soon. The only Mega Man content on the horizon is a collection of ports of the Mega Man Battle Network games, which is a good move because the Mega Man Battle Network games are extremely popular and are definitely deserving of ports to bring them forward into the modern era. Then another series that kind of gets that is the probably, let's see, who else have I touched on? Well, Halo. Halo is kind of struggling along right now. I think that Halo might be kind of fading into the background after this latest release. Especially with so many people leaving the studios. Well, Bungie is entirely gone, no longer developing Halo. And the studios handling Halo now has had a lot of turnover in staff, so think Halo is another one that's kind of reached the fringes of the gaming icon. I mean, because this is just my whole personal opinion that gaming icons have to be games that are or become timeless over time. A game that you can make a new version of it, brand new version of it in the modern era, and it will find not only audience among people that have been with the franchise their whole lives, but among people that are new and pick it up for the first time with a new game and play it, and they fall in love with the franchise and it continues to grow. So a game series and franchises that kind of died out in the mid-90s or mid-2000s or whenever, they kind of lose out on that iconic status because it's unknown if they can be adapted to modern times and find success. I mean, Sonic can be in there just for the sheer amount of effort, since many of Sonic's modern endeavors have been subpar to disasters of game releases. I mean, I consider Sonic Adventure to be a great game, but a lot of people don't. And initially, sales-wise, it wasn't super duper popular. It was, I think it was okay. Probably, I think it was the best-selling title on the Dreamcast at one point, which is saying not too much considering how badly the Dreamcast failed. But over time, Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2, a lot of nostalgia. Then there's Sonic Frontiers coming out, and that looks like it'll be another mixed bag. It might lean towards better. Could be one of the better modern Sonic releases. I'm hoping it is, because Sonic needs a W. A solid, clear W. At least clear enough. Well, Sonic has had W's, just not in the video game sphere. The Sonic movies have been amazing. I haven't actually watched them, but I've heard good things about them. And from what I've seen, the small clips and stuff, it has been good. I should put them on my watch list immediately, because I've been wanting to watch them forever. And with the Super Mario movie around the corner, I guess it should be time for me to catch up on other video game related movies that I've had on the back burner. Like Detective Pikachu is another one. I should watch those movies before the announcement of the Super Mario Brothers movie, or Super Mario movie, whatever it's going to be called. Because Nintendo and Illumination did come out and announce that on, I believe, October 4th, they will reveal the first teaser trailer for the Super Mario movie. I will probably stream my reaction to that if I can, because I think it's going to be a pretty big moment. I have decently high expectations. I mean, Illumination is a good animation studio, and Nintendo is supposed to be heavily involved. So with those two facts, I think Nintendo will keep, hopefully, I'd expect that Nintendo's presence there would be to keep things as close to the game canon as possible. So there won't be, like, Illumination going totally wild in Hollywood with the concept and losing everything about Mario that makes it Mario in the process. so that leaves me very hopeful. And I think that Illumination is a good partner. They can offer some advice to Nintendo about the movie space and how to make a video game movie have a larger mass appeal. So I hope they strike a good balance there and the result is something that's really good. And I think that might be it for video game movies on the horizon. Yeah, I think that might be it. There are video game projects in other entertainment mediums. Such as we just got an announcement that the Nier anime should be coming out in like February of 2023. So that will be very interesting to watch. I think they had that Abomination of the Resident Evil series, and that's done. Thank goodness. They had the Uncharted movie. I think that's out. I should probably watch that. Even though my experience with Uncharted is, you know, okay, rather minimal. I don't think I've played a bit of Uncharted 1, I think, and that's about it. I should probably go back and play those games. Yeah, I'd probably go back and play the Uncharted games. Because I did find the story enjoyable, and I kept up with the story of Nathan Drake and Sully and all of that. So I would definitely go. So I should watch the Uncharted movie. I haven't heard many. I think it's out, and I haven't heard anything bad about it. I haven't heard about it being like a total disaster or anything. So if it's decent, that will be good. And if it's faithful to the game story, that would be even better. There is another Sonic 3D television show coming to Netflix, Sonic Prime. Also looks pretty good. Of course, the Pokémon anime runs forever. The current Pokémon anime, Pokémon 2019, is entering what could probably be called its final arc. It looks like Eternus has appeared, or will be appearing in the anime, so there will be an arc with Eternus, which is good. Kind of touch on that final beat from the Sword and Shield storyline. And then we will have the Scarlet and Violet anime. I'm guessing it will come out sometime in the winter. Because, well, yeah. The games are coming out on November 19th or 18th, so That means a little bit over a month of episodes left in the anime before the game's release. But I think the anime is going to transition to the Scarlet and Violet, or whatever the post-2019 storyline is. They will shift to that after the game's release, which I am okay with. I expect that the storyline will be Satoshi and Pikachu as usual on another adventure. At the end of every Pokemon animation series, there are always people talking about if this is going to be the last time Satoshi is the main character, and if they'll move on or something. If they'll have him leave the show, age him out, and they never do, because, like, Pikachu is the mascot. And after this much time, this many years, why change it? Like, Satoshi is as much a mascot as Pikachu is at this stage. Might have had a chance of changing him out earlier, but not after this many years, this long. I also think that it will be met with a lot of outrage and might just kill the anime, interest in the anime. Because I think that Satoshi being the main character, the Ash and Pikachu relationship is part of what has made the anime endure for so long. When thinking about other series where they swapped out the protagonists every season or a couple of seasons, like Digimon or Yu-Gi-Oh!, the successive protagonists are always less well received than the originals were. Think about Digimon, how it fell off the cliff after around the third incarnation. Even though I actually liked the Digimon Tamers storyline, I do know that that's when things fell off hard. They were starting to fall off around the second incarnation, but really fell off then. And with Yu-Gi-Oh! The fall off was rather immediate. As soon as the new protagonist Jaden entered the picture and the story shifted, people were kinda done. And with successive protagonists, they just kind of fell off. They still enjoy decent popularity and stuff, but just not that spark is not there. I feel like it might be the same situation where if they ever decided to swap Satoshi out, even though I know that the company in general has been experimenting with more anime stories outside of just the main Pokemon anime, and I think that's probably the winning strategy. I love to see another Pokemon anime. Like, I know it's expensive and consumes a lot of resources, but it would be great to have just 2 Pokemon anime running at the same time, or maybe more. Like the one Pokemon anime that continues the Ash and Pikachu story, and then another Pokemon anime that does something like the Pokemon specials have been doing, the Pokemon Origin and The specials during X and Y not so much, because those were really just spin-offs of the direct spin-offs of the anime storyline. But even that was really cool. I wouldn't mind that kind of spin-off series that eventually intertwines with the main series story. And I think that that's something the route the company seems to be going down. Exploring doing more internet animations and anime spin-offs, so that's good. Speaking of spin-offs, we are looking at the only generation in the entire franchise's history where there are no spin-off video games during a generation. Every game released during Generation 8 has been something developed by Game Freak and part of the main Pokémon series. So that is kinda crazy. I'm wondering if this is going to be their model for the future or not. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that, because on the one hand, it's good having things like compact like that, and we know that the quality of every game is going to be really good because it's a Game Freak game. Well, I kinda stand corrected on that because Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl were remakes not developed by Game Freak or developed by another studio, so... But they are still main series Pokemon games. So, on the one hand, there's that problem. Main series games that might not be at the quality level that people are expecting. Even though Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are perfectly fine, there's nothing wrong with their quality at all. The things that people are upset with those games about was that they are pretty much one-to-one remakes, and art style being in that chibi art style. I think those are the two things that are the biggest concern. And those are kinda superficial. Oh good, Wailmer's evolving. Perfect. We can take Wailord on our adventure. To catch the Regis, well, to open the pathway to the Regis. Wailmer evolved into Wailord. As I was saying, I'm not entirely sure about the whole no spin-offs deal because I missed things like the battle simulators, the Pokemon stadiums, coliseums, and this Pokemon Stadium, Coliseum, and what was the last one for the GameCube? Or not GameCube, the Wii. Battle Revolution, that's the one. Which was really good. But I guess we've lost the whole need for those battle simulations with the game going 3D, and these games being on the console anyway. So, with no battle simulator games, there's probably no need for spin-offs in that sense, and that's probably why spin-offs have disappeared from the series so much. I'm still a fan of spin-offs, and hopefully we'll see some more spin-offs, that would be ideal. So anyway, we're going to end the episode here. Thank you for watching. Please like and comment and subscribe. Trying to reach 400 subscribers by the end of the month, so your subscription would be greatly appreciated if you'd like to see more content. And I will see you in the next episode. Until then, farewell.